Ford, listen. These are Mustangs. This is not a Mustang. Come on, Ford, get it together.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I am on my way to work. It's Friday morning and it is raining. Now, I was hoping to have another video for you guys today of installing the modification that I had ordered for the 20. As you see, I'm in the wife's car, but we had a modification order for the 20. However, it did not come in time for me to get it installed and in time for today's video. Instead, I'm going to do a video that I really kind of didn't want to do because I really had nothing nice to say, and I was always taught, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But there is a few things I do have to say that's nice about it, so I decided to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts for what it's worth. Alright, before we go there though, we're going to talk a little bit about the 20. Last time I was at the drag strip with the 20, you guys know that I ran an 11.8 at 120 and run 7.7 at 94, right at 95 mile per hour in the 8. Previously, I had been with the stock tune in the same tire setup and everything at my local track, which is the 8th mile track, and I ran an 8.0 best at 90 mile an hour. Well, later on that day, I ran an 8.1 to 8.2, could never get back into 8.0 in anywhere from 89 to 90 mile an hour. The 8.0 was 90 mile an hour. So, when I went to Bowling Green, we picked up, depending on which pass at my hometown Jackson that you looked at, we picked up anywhere from 3 to 5 tenths and 4 to 5 mile per hour. And that's a pretty substantial gain over my baseline runs. But, however, my tuner, Daryl, seen some stuff that he wanted to adjust, mainly timing. He said it was not running the timing that he wanted it to run. So he went in and made a couple adjustments. I went and did a data log yesterday, and when I done the data log yesterday, sent him the log, and the timing was right where we wanted it. So therefore, we're hoping when we go back to the drag strip, we're going to pick up. He's thinking we're going to pick up pretty good. We will see. It felt a little better, especially on the upper RPMs. It did feel a lot better. So we're going to see exactly what it runs next time we get out there. The problem is that, as you can see, it's raining here. They were supposed to run tomorrow. Today's Friday. They were supposed to run tomorrow at Jackson Dragway, my local track, and I was planning to get out there and test out the tune and see how the car done. But unfortunately, the rain is set in, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. We do have a nice day Sunday. However, with it raining so much today, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I highly doubt that they'll be able to get the track ready to run. So unless I find another track that I can get to, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to run the car this weekend like I was hoping to. However, one more thing about my car is the performance modification I was talking about should be here today, and it's gonna help things breathe a little bit. And so that might pick up the car just a little also, don't know. But anyway, guys, that's what's going on with the blue car. We got a new tune in it. We got a performance modification that should be here today, and I will be installing that, and that video will be out to you guys Monday. So stay tuned for that. So on to kind of the main topic of the video is the Mach E. Now, what do I think about the Mach E? If you've been following me on Facebook, if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on in my live chats, you know how I feel about it already. I feel like it's a great vehicle. Ford is stepping up and getting into the market for the electric cars. There is a market out there for these cars, guys. If it wasn't, the Teslas wouldn't be selling and other vehicles wouldn't be selling. So there is a market out there. So I'm glad that Ford is tapping into that market because they need to. However, there's one problem that I have with that vehicle. It is the fact that it is being called the Mustang. It is not a Mustang. It is an SUV. Mustang has never been an SUV. Ford, you can call it a Mustang, you can call it what you want, but it's not a Mustang. And then there are those that say, well, if you'll call it a Mustang when it gets up and gaps another Mustang. Okay, all right. Let's talk about that for a little bit. The performance aspects of it. I've got a brochure, and I'll throw a picture up right here and scan across it. There's a brochure, and it states the 0 to 60 time. The only one that does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds is the Mach E GT. The rest of them do it anywhere from mid 5 second to mid 6 second range. The only one that does it in mid 3 second range is the Mach E GT. Okay, let's talk a little bit about electric vehicles. Those, most of you already know, an electric vehicle delivers all of its torque at once out of the hole. So once it leaves the line, it can have a great 0 to 60. That doesn't mean that it's going to continue that acceleration all the way through to the quarter mile, whatever. So I'm highly interested in to see what it will do in a quarter mile. I'm not hating on the fact that it's an electric vehicle, by no means. If they were to put an electric setup inside of a real Mustang, I'd be all for it. Now, would I buy it? No. I love my V8s. So I'm going to stick into my V8s, and that's just the way it is. You know, I think the Mach E GT or whatever, I think it'd be a pretty cool vehicle, but not at the price. $60,000 is what it's showing right now for the Mach E GT. I mean, unless you're just in the electric, that's what you want. That's a lot of money in my eyes. But anyway, basically what it all comes down to is I'm not a fan of it being called a Mustang. I don't think it should be. I think Ford should really listen to all the people online and see that the Mustang enthusiasts are not behind this. They do not want to see it being called a Mustang. They see nothing wrong with it being an electric SUV. What they're seeing is the same thing I'm seeing. It's not a Mustang. And another thing, Ford is using social media, people that's been popular with the Ford Mustang. They're using them to kind of push it on everybody, saying, well, you know, if these guys embrace it, why don't you? And really, you know, come on, guys. Those of you that are doing it out there, come on, man, don't sell out. It's not a Mustang. Don't call it a Mustang. Don't be okay with it calling it a Mustang. That's just my opinion. For what it's worth, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not hating on the vehicle. I'm hating on them calling it a Mustang. It doesn't matter. It's not a Mustang. Mustang was never meant to be a SUV. You know, that's just my opinion for what it's worth. And it is what it is. All right, so guys, that pretty much covers up what I thought about the Mach E. Like I said, great vehicle. I like that Ford stepping up to the plate with electric vehicles. Ford, you need to take the nameplate off of it, because like I said, if you look online and you really look, people are against it. There are countless and countless posts of people being against it being called a Mustang. There are petitions out to try to get you guys to take the Mustang name off of it. You know, I understand the marketing behind it, being called a, you know, calling it a Mustang, but at the end of the day, it's not a Mustang. It's nothing like a Mustang. If you want to tap in and use the Mustang name for an electric vehicle, you know, use the S550. Put a electric motor in it and call it a day. All right, so I forgot to film an outro, and it got dark on me after work, so I couldn't really film an outro, so I decided to do it here. As you can see, this is where I do my live shows on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. If you haven't been in one of those, come in, join me. We have an absolute blast. But guys, that's just my opinion on the Mach E. For what it's worth, it is what it is. I want to know what you guys think, so leave a comment down below. Let me know your opinion on the subject. And also, speaking of opinions, I want to know what you guys think I should do as far as forced induction. I've been racking my brain going positive displacement blower, turbo. Back and forth, back and forth. I love both. So in my community post, I'm going to have a poll. I'm going to have the options that I am strongly considering, and I want you guys to weigh in on your opinions. Vote then leave a comment down below, and I'm going to look at this, because right now it's a flippable coin for me of what I want. I still got a lot of thinking to do, so I want your guys' help on that matter. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you next time. And remember, stay tuned for Monday. We've got a little something coming for the blue car. It's going to get a little louder. Anyway, guys, see you later.